Hello everyone, welcome to the Braincase podcast. This is Shan, and today we have with us Ryan Sikera, a highly curious mind, a rapper, a best-selling novelist with books like Evolve and Isa. In this podcast, we talked about his book called Evolve.
Evolve, a psychedelic adventure that will
It is an
destroy your
interesting
concepts
exchange
of
between two
reality.
explorers. So without further ado,
Yo,
this is me and
let's
Ryan
go.
taking a deep dive into metaphysics rabbit hole.
A story about a kid trying to find life's meaning, but it keeps seeming that everyone in the world is dreaming. We don't know why we're eating, working, or screaming. Why are doctors and politicians cheating? There's no healing. Movies and music don't show us the real thing. So leaving this life, he disappears at night, a goal in sight. Cause if the world wants a fight, he's gonna give him a fight.
Yeah. So we can just get right into it. Okay.
Sure.
You wanna ask me something or know something about me?
Yeah, tell me, like, what do you do? And I've seen a bit, but if you could just elaborate.
Yeah, because usually I do a pre-podcast call with my guests, so we
Okay.
have communicated before the podcast, so we are more
Okay.
comfortable when we are doing the actual podcast.
All right.
So, but since we haven't done it, so that's why I asked. So, basically, I founded this company called Brain Cage, and
Okay.
it's a kind of a futuristic school where people will be taught on all aspects of life. All right. Most of the people just focus on a single aspect of life. For example, if a person is money minded, so he'll just focus on the money, right? And
Okay.
ignore the spiritual aspect, health aspect, and he'll just focus on wealth. Some people are
Right.
more into the spiritual side. They struggle with wealth and mindset and health, right?
Right.
So
Right.
the basic concept of the company is there are five aspects, which is mind, heart, health, and soul and wealth. All right.
Okay.
So what we are gonna do, it's just this podcast is just our first step towards that. What we are gonna do is we are gonna just contact all the teachers, coaches, healers, and we are gonna bring them onto our platform and get the information, their wisdom, and put it out there so the person can be fully optimized, not like it'll we are like kind of creating a fully optimized human being, not a partial person, right? Most people
Okay.
are partial
Okay.
people.
Right.
And this is basic about Brain Cage. And about me, I'm a designer by heart and by profession
Okay.
as well. So last year I left my job fully. I committed myself to this mission, and
Okay.
since 1 year a lot of planning, a lot of research and all, and then I finally two it's been 2 months that I've started this podcast, and it's going on well
Oh
since
wow.
then.
Good. Yeah. You look pretty young yet to do all this, to have such a forward mindset about the
Yeah,
evolution of
and
the mind. It's excellent. So it's very evident that yeah, you're looking at things in a different way, and probably you will
thanks.
discover something along the way. It's all about that. It's all about discovery
Right, right.
to come across things that we've never imagined before.
Yeah. So basic my focus is first focus is there is like this mental health crisis going on all over the world.
Right.
So the first problem I have targeted is doing something about that. And
Hmm.
what I have figured it out, like the psychologist and even people who are more prone to like more towards spiritual side, some people are more towards mindset, that self improvement industry, right? So
Right.
what I found that all of them are necessary. People say this is necessary, this is not necessary. The thing is, all of it is necessary at certain stage and at certain things.
Even I agree, Shantanu. I
Yeah.
also feel that everything is necessary, every possible thing. It has to
Right.
be experienced by the human being.
Yeah.
It has to be tested by the human being, and you have to see how things fit into your life. So
Right.
once again, getting back to this partial life, living a life partially.
Hmm.
So it's mainly because of conditioning.
Right.
You know, uh, each race, each type of caste, each type of creed, they are conditioned in a specific way from childhood. So
Yeah.
they start to see things, they start to think about things, they start to behave in a specific pattern. Because they behave in a specific pattern, they go from infancy to being a child, to being a teenager, to being a youth, eventually into middle age, and they die.
Yeah.
So actually, I think specifically we have to break this conditioning. We got to
Hmm.
break these things and keep trying different things, because the mind is so diverse. Each one's mind is different, right? If we
Yeah.
stick to one specific thing, how are we going to discover?
Yes.
We'll never discover anything. We'll never discover the unknown. And the unknown is like the unknown is unknown, You
Right.
need to do everything to probably taste it or see it or feel it. So yeah, I also agree to the fact that you need to try so many different things before you start to decipher what is the invisible
Yeah.
or the untouchable.
That's why I have put soul, or you can call it more spiritual side, on the top of the pyramid. Okay.
Okay.
The reason is, as you said, that we are all conditioned. And what meditation does is, meditation creates this gap between your conditioning, which is your mind, and between
Okay.
you, right? So you understand that, all right, I'm not this conditioning, I'm this awareness, right?
Right.
So first, when you work on that and you create that gap, right, from there, when you will work on your wealth, when you will work on your heart is basically your relationships, your relationship with
Okay.
the world, your relationship with people, animals, and all. So from
Right.
when you break that conditioning, first you become aware of your conditioning, that this is not me, right? And that's like,
Right.
that is the big one. And after
Mm.
that,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that place, when you look at everything, you can see the truth of things, and you don't get manipulated by your conditioning. You start
Right.
questioning things, right? So that's why soul is on the top of the pyramid. That is the, like, priority. And after that, you can move towards everything. Mindset is also necessary, but if you get attached to that mindset, right, because at times that mindset will be beneficial, and at times you have to let it go. But if you're so attached to that mindset, then it will take over you, right, and you will
Yeah.
not be able to function properly.
Yes, yes. You have theoretically, I mean, to hear you theoretically speaking, I think you have it figured out. So that's good, because that's what it is about. If you can move into awareness, there's nothing like it. And if you know everything is
Yeah.
conditioning, there's nothing like it, because at the end, that's what it is. And a mindset is what
Yeah.
you make. So you pretty much have it. So what are you looking for? Like, what are the answers you want?
I'm actually deeply curious about your story, your journey, first of all. So let's get right into it and start from there, and then we'll move forward.
Sure, sure, Shantanu. So, my journey, I would say, with regards to spirituality, I have
Yeah.
been trying to study these beings, these gods from childhood. So, I was born a Christian, and I spent near about 15, 16 years into Christianity. Then I
Hmm.
started exploring different religions. I went into uh, Kabbalah. Kabbalah is like it's the
Interesting.
it's a gnostic version of Judaism,
Hmm.
in which they talk about angels, archangels, different types of demons, and different types of
Hmm.
entities, different symbols, and so on. So I started studying that. Then I moved into uh, pre-Vedic religions. Then I moved into Shaivism. then a little bit of Buddhism, and so on. So
Yeah.
I've been trying my best to decipher religions or understand this God, this concept of God. Like, what is it? Uh, how is it achievable? And things like that. So some time back, I was thinking that I will. So I've meditated a lot. I've tried different techniques. I've learned transcendental meditation, advanced TM, Reiki, Sudarshan Kriya, Yoga, Tai Chi, many different things. So I've
Wow.
whatever is out there, I tried. I've tried my best to try something out. Even if something new comes up, yeah, let me try it. Let me see how it works. You know. So that's about it for me. I've just been trying different methods from childhood till now.
So this desire to explore was always there in you.
Yeah,
Like,
thank the cosmos that I had this desire. I didn't have to develop it. I understand some people are like, I just don't want to do it.
yeah.
So I didn't have such a thing. I was just very excited. Yeah, if anyone was there to teach me or there was a
Right.
course, I would go research on it, learn it, practice it for a long time. If it worked, I would keep it. If it didn't work, I would leave it. You know, uh, try different methodologies, try different psychologies, and see how it works.
Right.
Does it work with my life or not? So I've been
Yeah.
doing that all my life.
Yeah, it's very fascinating that it was natural to you, because for most of us it's not natural, and we start to explore our mind and what is beyond our mind when we have suffered so much that it is not bearable anymore, right?
Right,
So
right.
yeah, coming to the fascinating book, now actually I understand like why, from where this depth which your book contains, from where it's coming from. Now I have a glimpse. So let's talk about your book. What was your inspiration behind the book?
So, Shantanu, this one which I've just published, I published
Yeah.
one in Feb. I had published another one in 2016. So this
Alright.
one is my second novel. The first one is called Evolve, a psychedelic adventure that will destroy the concepts of reality, which was in 2016. It was published by Crossword, and it sold more than 3,000 copies worldwide. And so Evolve is about like a child who's searching for the truth. He's unable to understand why there's so much money in the world, but people are dying of hunger. We've
Right.
reached the moon, but people don't have a place to sleep. We've got big buildings, but everyone is sick, and so on and so forth. So he
Yeah.
leaves to search for the eternal truth, and he's introduced into mantras, tantra, and yantra, and sacred herbs. Right now, at the same time, a group of scientists are realizing that humans are being conditioned to only think about two things: about how to manifest their desires, their sexual desires, their mental desires, and how
Yeah.
to make money. So music,
Right.
advertisements, movies, everything makes the human think only of these two things. Right? And in every age, a Vishnu avatar comes to save us. So in the last age, Krishna comes and realizes that the Pandavas are going to lose the war. So he makes them win. Now, in this process, he drops his frequency because he breaks this wheel of dharam. Right?
Alright.
So then he realizes that he'll not be able to make it in the Kali Yuga on time. All right. So he leaves signs so that the humans summon another god to save them. So there are these parallel stories that are going,
Yeah.
and they pyramid at the end, in
Yeah.
which another god is summoned, and so on and so forth. And it's a dystopian type of novel. So that was the first novel. So it's very scientific, talks about quantum physics, about light theories, quantum entanglement, and so on. A lot of
Yeah.
science in it, a lot of spirituality in it,
Right.
specific explanations of the chakras of the child moving from one chakra to the other, meeting one god, one goddess, learning something from each one of them, and going through. So this is Evolve.
I'm reading that one only, and I'm at the, I think, very beginning of that, and it's very interesting how those two parallel stories are going on. So it makes it
Okay.
even more interesting, the whole journey which I am having as a reader, right?
Okay.
And the most fascinating character, his name is L, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I found it,
Yeah.
found him the most fascinating, and I wanna quote him. Then you can add something to that. The
Sure.
most powerful thing until now, which I have read in your book, is that L said at the point of time that I cannot continue in this fake world, living this fake life. Can you not see there is something strangely out of place? We have million doctors, but everyone is ill. A million engineers, but buildings and bridges fall like dominoes. And the height of irony is enhanced by the fact that we have 100 religions, but everyone is confused about what to do. The aged and elders have no clarity in their outlook towards life, and they are shaping the generations to come in ignorance, and so on. It's like,
Oh, that's nice. I forgot this that I'd written such a thing.
yeah, it's a great amount of truth in that. So, you want to add something to that?
So see what is happening now. Right back, Shantanu, it goes to conditioning. It just goes back to conditioning.
Yeah.
Um, I would not talk about what wrong is happening. I will just say about the way forward. I think we need to keep our minds open.
Right.
We need to keep our minds open. We need to keep trying new things. We need to see each other's strengths. We need to see each other's desires, each other's characters, our
Hmm.
own characters. Accept it. We need to sit and start accepting certain things, that
Right.
it's fine. All right. So I think with regards to virtue,
Hmm.
probably we need to start being more kind to each other. That's the first thing we have to start in the world. Like we need to like start teaching kids. It's not us. Like, now if you tell me, Ryan, start thinking this way, I can't. I'm so old. I'll try my best, but I can't do it like as soon as possible. And
Hmm.
same with you. If you have a certain thought process or a thought pattern, and I tell you, no, let's change it,
Right.
let's do this, it's difficult. So I think now we have to shape the children.
Right.
We have to shape the children and stop the conditioning that we receive. Like stop them from thinking that the only way to be successful is to have so much in your bank account. We need to
Right.
teach them, you need the money, you need the money to do what you want, but the only way to be successful is to for you to be kind to every person on the planet, every person you meet. If you meet 10
Hmm.
people and 2 3 people you are unkind to, you're not successful.
Right.
That's the measure of success. We need to teach them that everything you do you have to be grateful for everything. Like
Hmm.
you touch something and you feel it, you be grateful for it. You breathe, with every breath you have to be grateful. If you miss even one thing, na, you're not
Hmm.
successful. We need to teach them this upcoming
Hmm.
generation, and probably try to imbibe it within ourselves, but we are so badly conditioned
Right.
that we will just refute it. We will say, अरे ये नहीं है, यही कुछ नहीं है, पैसा ही
Hmm.
बोलता है. you know
Exactly.
we will say the only money talks, only status talks, only power talks. See, I can do this with this. We will quantify it,
Right.
right? So I think the way forward that's a very dystopian line. It's a very disturbing line,
Hmm.
which you just read out. Like it's
Yeah.
a sad line for the human race to think like that.
Right.
And I'm not the only one who thinks that there is something wrong.
Yeah.
There are millions of people, maybe like out of the 7 billion, maybe more than a billion would be thinking kuch to galat hai bhai, something's wrong, it's not fitting,
Hmm.
doesn't make sense. Some people in the world, they earn, like few people have all the money on the planet,
Hmm.
and there are people who are dying, they're not getting food to eat. Like, how does this make sense? Tell me.
Right.
Doesn't make sense. So it is in the way we have been brought up.
Hmm.
If a person can eat gold and knowing that there is someone dying and that gold could bring some people food, if the person's able, there's something wrong. There's
Hmm.
something, there has to be. We have to start to agree to it.
Right.
Kuch to galat hai. If we don't do that, then I don't know what we can do about it, because it's not in our control, not in my control, but we
Yeah.
can train our children. The kids who are born to start thinking that.
Right.
Probably that's the solution.
There is no point conditioning someone and then later on telling them that condition that you got conditioned and it's wrong. Like they themselves discover or somebody tells them. Okay, if they are
Right.
highly curious, they will acknowledge that in some point if they're in their life, right? But what the fascinating thing you have mentioned, that as we progress, as the numbers rise, age numbers, it becomes so hard to uncondition ourselves. That's why the people who are in their old age, if you will tell them something, they'll just refute you, right?
Yeah. True. And in old age, they have experienced so much. They are experienced talks. They will be like, hey man, you have lived for 30 years.
Mm.
I have lived for 70 years. Don't you think 40 years make something? But the mindset matters, Shantanu.
Yeah.
A person can live for 20 years, but if their mindset is open and they are alert and they are trying things, they're experiencing things, they're open
Yeah.
to things.
Mm.
So the experience is deeper as compared to when you go to a fixed set of conditioned mind. If you're just conditioned that yehi karna hai, I'll just give you an example. Okay, this is a ballpoint example. It's a ballpoint
Yeah.
example. Okay, कि नहीं मुझे I have to wear only white clothes, which is a sign of purity. I have to eat only green vegetables. I have to never watch television. Max I can do is listen to the radio and live my life. This person can live for 100 years. But a person who is open and lives for 30 years with an open mind, कि जो आएगा मैं खाएगा. Let's
Yeah.
try. नहीं. Machhi, I can't. Fish doesn't suit me. I don't like the smell. I'll not eat it. Okay. Chicken, I like it. Paneer, बहुत अच्छा. I like it. Pork, no. ठीक है. Okay, खाने में. Hey, let me try these clothes. Let me try this football jersey. It looks nice. No, but it doesn't suit my character. Let me try sherwani. Oh, I like sherwanis. I'll always wear sherwanis. So you're understanding, a person who
Right.
tries different, the experience is different and is aware will experience more deeper.
Yeah. That's
know,
how
so-
you get clarity in life, right? By trying different things. If you'll stay in your own lane and you'll never move to any other lane, you'll just keep judging them, but you will never know the truth of the fact. And that doesn't mean that you will go somewhere and you will like that thing, but that is
Right.
you will go and you will learn through experience. That will not be another kind of conditioning, right? Like
Right.
I
True.
like this, I don't like that. It's just our conditioned mind saying, which let's talk about how we get conditioned in the first place. Because as you said, like it's very important to teach our kids certain things. But I think first of all, before we even talk to them, it's very important that we uncondition ourselves, right? Because what will we do?
Absolutely true. Yeah. See, Shantanu, with regards to kids, if we are talking, I'll take two examples. Okay, two situations. One is with regards to kids.
Yeah.
With regards to kids, it's very simple. What you do, they will do. ठीक है, बहुत simple है. If you get up in the morning and you start doing push-ups and squats, that kid
Right.
will do it from 1 year of age and continue.
Right,
2 years of one will imitate. 2 years pe they'll do it. 3 years pe they'll continue and go forward.
Yeah.
ठीक है. So kids only imitate you. If you shout, if you're shouting at your people in the house, the kids will imitate.
Right.
If you use your phone excessively, the kids will imitate. It's very simple. So for a child, it's imitation. If you every time you drink water, you take the water and you say thank you, beautiful water, I love you water, and drink. Not so much also, just this and drink. The kid will do it. If you just take the food and just breathe, feel thankful, the kid will start doing it. If you enter the house and say beautiful house, thank you for having me, child will do it. What else? How is a child learning? It's imitating, na?
Yeah.
It's imitating. So child ka imitation hai. Now us humans, now like conditioned human beings, it is repetition. It's
we have
repetition.
already learned.
Now, a condition to ho gaye hum log.
Right.
Okay. Now our mind will change with repetition. Now, every time I see water, I have to remember that, hey, say something nice to water. You know how water works. Water has like, water reacts to everything. You are angry, it will react.
All right.
You are happy, or you say, hey, peace be with you, I love you, water. Automatically, it becomes beautiful. Automatically, it tastes different. Okay?
Yeah, I've heard of this, so but I'm curious, what's behind this concept? Like, what's the truth behind this concept?
See, I have not researched it, and I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's the vibe. Water is it's a neutral liquid. It's light. It just picks your vibe. You say something nice, it will vibe. It will vibe in a nice way. You say something bad, it will vibe in a bad way. And
Right.
I believe this for everything. That's my personal belief. It can be true, it cannot be true. I believe it for everything. Like, it's called animism. This animism is like a pagan religion before religion started. Hindus used to follow animism, or many cultures followed animism. See, everything's alive. Treat everything like it's alive.
No, but it's true, right? It's not, depends on what do you mean by alive, but it's also true that on the base of everything, it's energy, right?
That's true. That is proved, right?
Yeah, it's
Quantum
proven.
physics has proved it, that wohi hai. So now we humans think that nahi, baat nahi kar sakte, reproduce nahi kar sakte, you can't move, so it's not alive. We think that, but there's no way to prove also that it's alive. But at the end, everything recycles itself. The earth will explode, it will touch a star, it will get vaporized. Somewhere or the other, it will become another star, it will become a microorganism. Everything's alive, yeah. Everything's alive. So I don't know how to say it, but it's very clear.
As I said, it means it depends on what do you mean by alive. Like, people will think, like you are saying, everything is alive. So if I'll maybe take a hammer and put it on this wall, so it will get hurt. No, that doesn't mean like it's alive. That doesn't mean it will get hurt, right?
So true, what you're saying is true also, Shantanu. Maybe my skin cells, my ability to feel is in a specific, let's say, the range of feeling from 0 to 100, but my ability to feel is between 5 to 20, not 0 to 5, not 20 to 100. And the wall's ability to feel is 0 to 5. So I can't imagine also वो feel कर रहा है नहीं. I don't know. The answer is we don't know. But we know it's energy. We know that we magnify it. We know there are atoms. We know they are moving. We know they are exchanging energy. वो सब हमें पता है. We know all that, right? So whether it's hurt or not, ये जो 5 senses है ना humans का, it is a very small part of the spectrum, the consciousness spectrum.
Right.
बहुत छोटा है.
Interesting.
5 senses. That's nothing.
Yeah.
We can't see anything. You know, there are prawns that can see more than us. Prawns can see more than us. Like the eagle can see better than us, clearer than us. A dog sees something else only. जो हमें दिखता ही नहीं है. We need a special camera to see what a dog sees. They can't see all the colors as us. They see different colors and so on. But they see something else. So that's a different dimension. You know? Hearing is a different dimension. We can hear certain levels. Other beings hear something else. So you'll not believe, there are many dimensions right here.
No, they can be, because ordinary everyday consciousness is very limited, and that's obvious, right?
Yeah. So the dog is living their life through smell. So हमारा जो smell है ना, we can see maximum, see and feel, right? Smell is not so powerful. Taste is not so powerful. Hearing also, we only hear what we want to hear. Many things are in the background. We can't hear. We don't even know that it's happening in the background. But the dog by the nose and the ears. So like they are seeing less. So they are in a different dimension. If we put your or my consciousness in a dog and she will be like, oh my God, where am I? It's a different world. So
Exactly.
same thing for a bat,
Hmm.
same thing for a bee.
Right.
A bee is looking at pollen. It's a different colorful world for a bee. It's mad. It's just crazy. So we're so tiny. I mean,
Yeah.
so tiny.
Exactly. That's why we should never build our self-esteem on what we know, because the truth is we don't know anything.
The truth, absolutely. How much ever we know, there is this thing, right? We'll be closer to not knowing anything than knowing everything. We will
Hmm.
never be able to know everything. So to add to this thing, now I'll tell you something interesting, Shantanu.
Yeah.
You have seen this Vitruvian man on Leonardo da Vinci has drawn the
Right. Right.
Vitruvian man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I've not read much about it. Okay,
Mhm.
but I'll tell you what this is. Now, this Vitruvian man, right? It's not the first time it is drawn in history.
Okay.
It's happened many times before Leonardo.
Mhm.
Okay, so there is this concept called a Vishwarupa. Okay, it's the omniform of the god, which happened in the end of the Bhagavad Gita when Arjun said, "You,
Mhm.
Krishna ji, you show me the truth, show me,
Right.
O
Right.
Lord Krishna." So he said, "You will not be able to see, you will not understand." He says, "Show me, just show me, I'll understand." And
Mhm.
then he showed his omniform, and then there were millions of heads,
Mhm.
millions of eyes, millions of nose, millions of ears,
Mhm.
millions of hands. And he saw every form and so on and so forth. Right? So now what happens is there are different dimensions, right? In this dimension, we have two hands, two legs. The
Right.
moment we shift to the next dimension, the fifth or
Mhm.
the sixth dimension, and you had to see a person from the sixth dimension,
Yeah.
you will not see two hands and two legs. You will see alag, na?
Yeah. I think we
You
are
will see
moving
me in,
towards that. How your book starts with this sentence that, and let me know what does it mean. I was very curious about that. All the mentioned events may occur, may have occurred, or may be occurring in the parallel dimensions at any point in time. So,
so this is like you can say a disclaimer.
yeah.
Ki it's a true story. It may be happening now, may have happened.
Mhm.
कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है types. So
Huh.
all my even my second book has this at the start, and my third book will also have this at the start.
Okay. So whatever you are
So
imagining is that also maybe is happening in some other parallel universe. Is that the thing?
maybe it's happening in the parallel universe and I'm imagining. Maybe वहां हो रहा है इसके
Oh,
लिए मैं imagine कर रहा हूँ.
so
Maybe
crazy.
I don't know. So yeah, that's highly possible.
Hmm.
So yeah, so getting back to Da Vinci, I think he saw some other dimensional being, and he was like, "Let me draw it," and he drew it as close as possible
Yeah.
with four hands and four legs. You never know. I think it's possible. That is possible.
Right. Maybe there
Yeah.
is some very crazy geometry involved in that figure. Which,
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
it's also they've demonstrated the phi ratio, which is
Hmm.
on Evolve's cover, the Fibonacci sequence.
Okay.
Wo bhi hai. Many he was too smart. Yeah, he coded everything. So
Yeah.
let's see.
I don't know about smart, but he was I think, the most curious man ever lived.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Being curious is also it's a great gift. Yeah, people to
Yeah.
be curious. Like, what is this? How does it feel? How does it taste?
Yeah. Another thing was, I read it in your book that what you imagine that you are. What does
Right.
that mean?
See, this is very simple. What I'm going to tell you now,
Yeah.
and at the same time, it's damn difficult and complicated. But it's very,
Mhm.
very simple. Okay. Everything, everything in our lives changes. Everything changes. All right. Only one thing remains: our breathing.
All right.
only we breathe continuously. We can be big, small, ऐसे वैसे, X, Y, Z, blah blah blah, whatever, but
Hmm.
breathing रह जाता है. All right. So at the end, it's breathe and be. So now
What do you mean by
I'm just
रह जाता है मतलब breathing
the
रह
breath
जाता है? What do you
remains.
mean by that? Remains
Okay, sorry.
when?
The breathing continues
Oh, okay.
from the end of the start of the life to the end of the life. The
Ah,
breathing
got it.
continues.
Hmm.
Remaining everything changes. Right.
Yes.
now how just breathe and be, what I'm saying now is that through the breath, right, you need whatever you imagine, like you might have some form of imagination of a godhead, right? Since
Mhm.
we're talking about spirituality,
Yes.
a godhead, one may have, one may not have. Okay, so it's a simple formula. Understand binary code. It's 0 or 1.
Hmm.
0 is nothing, 1 is everything.
Got it.
Okay, so there are two types of minds. One mind is kuch nahi hai, which is like Buddha's mind.
Hmm.
Buddha said there's nothing.
Hmm.
Kuch nahi. Nothing is true, nothing is there, everything is concept, forget it.
Hmm.
He went into shunyata. That is shunya. Now, what you imagine that you are का क्या मतलब है ना? If you think the same thought continuously
Mhm.
and you identify with a certain frequency, now I'm talking to you through my experience, okay, my mindset.
Mhm.
It can be anything.
Right.
If you continuously think of a certain god,
Mhm.
यही हूँ, यही हूँ, I am this,
Mhm.
I am this, I am this, I am this. That is it.
You'll
It's there.
start
That's
to
it.
feel like you are that.
There's no start to feel. You are it.
Hmm.
You are it. There's no feeling. There's no starting to feeling. In a breath, the breath is breathe in, hold, breathe out,
Hmm.
hold. In that breath, if you can keep that thought, you are that God then. In that
In
breath,
that moment.
that moment, you are the.
Okay.
I'm thinking in terms of God. Okay, so forgive me for that. You can mix and whatever you want. Like God is a concept which interests me most, so I'm thinking in that terms. Okay,
Yeah.
you can think anything. Okay, or anyone else can think anything. If
Mhm.
I took a breath, that's it. Now next what? Continue. Next what? Continue. In that breath, whatever it was, it is. Now,
Right.
if you go and tell your friend, hey, David, did I look like Isa? David will say, you gone mad or what?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Man, I can feel like Isa, I can see like Isa, I can talk like Isa, I can touch like Isa. What else do I need, to prove to myself that I am Isa?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is the meaning of just breathe and breathe. And
What you imagine
from
that
where
you are. Hmm.
where this quote is from.
No.
It's Buddha's words, man. It's
Okay.
Buddha's words. Buddha said it. Like, whatever you think that you are, man, well, like, what else you want? Your breath is
Hmm.
everything.
Suppose if
In your one breath.
we'll oversimplify this concept, then we can say, we can ask somebody who you are, and whatever he'll tell us, right? That's kind of his imagination.
That is true. To add to this, na Shantanu, there are two types of people.
Hmm.
Okay. There are some type of people who are conditioned. So if you ask them who you are, they will give you conditioned answers.
Right.
They will say this, they will say मैं student हूँ, मैं MSc कर रहा हूँ, मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ, मैं हूँ. But see, you understand, a star lives for 4 billion years. There are certain stars that are going to अभी 13-14 billion year old galaxy है, वो star 100 billion year जिएगा. There are some black dwarfs which will live for 100 billion years old. But we don't even know if the galaxy will live for so long. And
Right.
our lives are so small. And we say that we will be rich and we will be powerful and we will be this and that. Why don't we say we will be a star? I'll be a star. I'll be a white dwarf. Or I'll be a blue giant. Or I'll be a red supergiant. You know?
Because we don't say that because it, like, the idea of being a star doesn't involve anybody else. What do I mean by that is nobody will give you anything emotionally, physically, or financially by being a star. And our ego wants to become something, and that idea of becoming is what can I become in this world, which is like, what can I become when I'm in connection to you and the people around me, what they
Yeah,
will
very
think of me,
well.
not what I will become.
Yeah,
Right.
true. Very well thought. I- The ego thinks of what they will think of you.
Hmm.
So I think we need to forget that, and we need to think, if I'm alone now in this entire
Right.
cosmos,
Exactly.
what now? There's no
Hmm.
one. You are alone in the entire cosmos. Be what you want. Now what you will be.
Mhm.
Now decide what you want. Good.
You
I
will
also got
realize that I am the
clarity. Yeah.
cosmos.
Yeah, you are the cosmos. It is such a stupid philosophical thing that just turns in itself,
Yeah.
just like the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah,
It goes
there's a
in.
basic concept, and it's not even a concept. If you will, maybe you will realize it after listening to that, that can a wave can be different from the ocean, right? People say, oh, universe is somewhere out there and we are here and I am experiencing the universe, right? It's like just the wave
Right.
is saying, okay, I am here and the ocean is somewhere else. Wave is the ocean. If there is no waves, if you eliminate all the waves, right, all the water from the ocean is gone. Right?
Very well explained. Very well explained. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So another thing, coming back to Evolve, the book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing which fascinated me a lot was, we have all heard of this idea of the conscious mind and subconscious or slash unconscious. Many people call it unconscious, some of us call it subconscious. We are well aware of these two concepts, these two ideas.
Right.
But I read in your book something called super consciousness. So what is that super consciousness, and is there a super conscious mind as well?
Okay. So there is this personal mind. Okay. Carl Jung, Sigmund
Yeah.
Freud, they've talked a lot about it. Uh, the conscious mind, the unconscious mind, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of literature based upon that. Okay.
Right.
So I'll tell you, with super consciousness, what I mean is that ये जो हमारा 3-dimensional self है, right? This 3-dimensional self, it can see with 2 eyes, breathe and smell, hear certain things, only a certain frequency of things, taste a certain frequency of things, feel a certain frequency of things. Super consciousness. Now, whenever you see in ancient mythology, na, they show people with 3 eyes.
All right.
They show people with 5 eyes, 7 eyes, many ears, long ears, big tongue, more tongues. All right. So what they are trying to say is that there is more to see. With these 2 eyes, you can only see certain
It's
things.
kind of a metaphor.
Yeah. With 6, 7 eyes, you can see a bigger, larger spectrum. All right. So more you can see, more you can feel, more you can be, more places you can be, makes you more conscious. And more conscious, what I mean is that you have to evolve through the next dimension, not this 3D. Okay, not even time, like 5 dimension and above, right. 5th dimension, 6th. Now, I don't know how many dimensions are there, because see, the human mind can only think in 3D and time time travel, future, go to the future, go to the past. Utna tak hi soch sakta hai. We can't think more than that. Why we can't think more than that is that we just can't. The brain is just so much.
And we end up thinking like that's the universe, like that's the whole thing. We end up thinking that.
Yeah, to think more, we see a fifth dimension being will stand also in front of us now. We will only see the three-dimensional self.
Mhm.
We will not be able to see the fifth dimensional, how really the fifth dimensional being looks, because we don't have the faculty only to see.
Right, makes sense.
हाँ, है ही नहीं, तीन आंख है ही नहीं तो क्या देखेगा?
Mhm.
It's like a person without eyes, you want to show something. ठीक है, नाक चल ही नहीं रहा है तो what you will smell? Got it?
Exactly.
So we will never be able to see that.
Hmm.
All right. So super consciousness is more than this three-dimensional self, is what I mean. So a 5D being will have super consciousness as compared to a 3D.
Got it. If we
Okay,
have
and
consciousness, so that being will be a super conscious being according to us. If
that
we
being will be
compare.
super conscious. Yes. If we compare it. And if we want to ascend and we want to evolve, it would be to evolve into super consciousness. So a 5D would be super consciousness. And it doesn't
Right.
stop there. See, it just goes mad. It spirals out of proportion because abhi you reach 5D. Now, what is 6D? And what is 7-dimensional? We don't know. String theory says there are 11 dimensions.
Right. So what do you mean by we can evolve up to that? We'll never gonna grow another 2 eyes. How can we evolve?
See, there are ways mentioned in ancient books. So there are 4 ways. One is you had a great birth, you can evolve. One is to repetition, to repeat a specific mantra in a specific way. You will have super consciousness. You will experience super consciousness. Next is forms of yoga, forms of practice, different forms of practice. And the fourth is sacred herbs, which is Aushadya. So there are 4 ways mentioned in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and those are the only ways. All right.
You have
So that is
explored
super
them?
conscious. I've explored as much as possible. What are you specifically talking about? Like birth was not in my hand. I've explored.
No,
uh,
I'm saying you set on to this journey of super consciousness yourself? Have you experienced
yeah,
something?
yeah, absolutely. See, I cannot really talk about this
Ah,
because it is useless, Shantanu. It is useless.
right.
It is only an experience.
Mhm.
It is going to sound so dumb to you. It's going to sound nahi kar sakta. I can't even explain it. Okay, so but it's there. I can tell you for sure it's there. 100%.
It's
You have
better
to try to
not.
find it.
It's better to know it experientially, right, rather than believing
Yeah.
and creating another
Explaining,
kind of conditioning.
exactly. Explaining would find, I mean, words would be short. And I'm anyways explaining lesser words to you, and you will understand even less of that.
Right.
So I'm just, it's of no use to talk, but it's there. 100% it's there.
Yeah. When we have these kinds of conversations which go on to this realm of religion/spirituality, it's
Right.
like I always give this kinds of disclaimer that don't believe anything which is said in the whole podcast. Right. It's
Hmm.
not about a concept. It's not about learning something, reciting, and becoming a parrot. Right. What it is about is how you are living your life, right? How you are experiencing your life. If by doing something or by learning some truth about something, that experience shifts and you become more peaceful, that only matters, right? Gaining a lot of knowledge, gaining a lot of wisdom, and boosting your ego, creating another kind of conditioning, that is all meaningless, right? And then we are wasting our time doing this if
True.
we give
Absolutely true.
give that to people, right?
I agree, Shantanu. I agree. See, at the end, the limited beings that we are, I think mindfulness, be mindful of what you're doing. That would be one of the
Hmm.
best practices for the human race right now. Uh, because these supernal, super conscious experiences now are just
Yeah.
personal. They're personal. They cannot be explained. They cannot be shared. You
Yeah.
can't share these experiences. You must not share these experiences. You just
Hmm.
know. You know that this happened. And right, with regards to religion and with regards to even the word spirituality,
Hmm.
like sometime back I used to say I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. We got to
That's the
drop
new
all
black.
that. Yeah, we just got to drop all that. There is no religion, there is no spiritual, there is
Hmm.
no nothing. If you're following a religion, as you rightly said, you are just imitating something or someone. You're following anyone, it's an imitation.
Exactly.
I think one must find themselves. Go see what you are, yaar. See what you are, see what suits you, see what are your desires. Some people
Right.
will say, "Arey, meat kana paap hai," but the tiger eats meat. He doesn't say that the rabbit is bad, or the rabbit doesn't blame the tiger. You
Hmm.
find what is good. Find your desires. Find what you like. Find what you hate. Find what
Right.
suits you. Find what doesn't suit you. Discover. Don't
And
follow.
it's like by asking these simple questions, like when it comes to eating meat, my question will be simple, like, do you want to cause an animal pain by just like because you want to have a meal? Do you want to cause somebody pain, suffering, that he'll die just because you want to have a meal? If you want to, if you are that kind of person, by all means go eat him. Right.
Hmm. So yeah, here also na Shantanu, I don't have a view on this. I don't
Mhm.
have a view on this. Like I don't I don't want to judge people ki you drink, you don't drink, you
Hmm.
smoke, you don't smoke, you watch porn, you don't watch porn,
Same.
you eat meat. I don't care.
Hmm.
You do it. Okay. You go and hurt another human being and I'm standing there, then you're going to have problems.
Right.
Okay. That's going to happen. If I'm there
Hmm.
and I see someone hurting, I will not allow it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's all in your thing and you're taking responsibility, do it, man. Do it. Explore.
Hmm.
Go
It's
ahead
your
and do it.
life.
No, yeah, it's your life, and better explore it. Better explore it, because then only you'll find out, does it work for you,
Hmm.
does it not work for you.
Hmm.
And you'll be surprised. People they drink 3 4 5 months, couple of
Hmm.
years, and they're like, no man, this is not what I want to do.
Right.
People smoke. I smoked for 9 years. I
Same.
smoked cigarettes for 9 years. I left.
Same
I
pinch.
realized, so if I would not do that, I would
Hmm.
not know how it feels, and I would not leave it also.
Right.
Right. So it's needed. Experience is needed, and take the right decisions. And after that,
Yeah. I believe the same. At certain kind of, that's what we were talking earlier, right? At certain kind of place you are in your life, you're like you will be directed towards something, and you should explore it,
yeah,
right? But the problem occurs when the life is saying, okay, now we have learned what we had to learn, and now let's move forward. And you are not able to leave it because you got so addictive and you created this identity out of that addiction or out of that
yeah,
process, right? That you're not
that you're stuck
ready
there.
to leave it behind.
Yeah,
So
true, Shantanu.
then it becomes a barrier, I think. And
Yeah.
right. So another, the last thing, I was fascinated by the depth of the book. So I wanted to ask you, first of all, what is a psycho spiritual novel, and what was your research process like, and how much time it took you to write? Like it would have been like there is so much I can see there is so much effort involved. So move us to that journey.
Uh, when I thought of sharing my experience or my thought process, I
Right.
thought of writing a non-fiction book.
Hmm.
Okay, I thought of writing a non-fiction, and I thought maybe I will preach something to people, tell them how to live their life and all that.
Right.
But after a couple of years, I realized that everything is futile, Shantanu.
Hmm.
Everything changes. You can't sit with a fixed mentality that, oh, this is it. I will wear this, I will chant this, I will do this. No. So I realized that, okay, or maybe that's just not me. So I realized that the fixed mentalities doesn't work. The mind will wander. So I thought, chalo, let me not set something in stone. Let me write a fun,
Hmm.
imagination filled book that can take the reader on a journey. Maybe this, maybe that. Pick something. and learn. Pick something
Right.
and imbibe. Don't take it as law. Now, fiction is really smart in that sense. You can learn many things. No, maybe 8 circuits of consciousness, use of psychedelic drugs, use of sexual practices, the prayers to specific deities, prayers to specific gods, different civilizations, and so on. Pick. So
Right.
that's where I thought I will write a fiction book that takes a person on a journey. So that took me there. It took me, see, evolve, right? It's a research of my entire life. Entire,
Okay.
I wrote it when I was near about 27, 28. Okay, so 26 I got the idea, 27 I started. So it's an experience of like 27 years of childhood and so on. My second book, Isa, is like a research of 4 years, 5 years research. So I wrote that in the next 5 years.
Amazing.
So this is based on like pre-Vedic. There's a pre-Vedic deity you will not believe and evolve. That the Rig Veda mentions this deity 170 times, but it's not mentioned in the Samaved, the Atharva Ved, and the Yajurved. It's forgotten. And the only book that talks about this deity is Evolve on the planet. Okay, it's a research done through that. It's fiction, but
because
it's a deep
you
research.
Gone into so much depth that you find it out, right?
Right. So you'll find the who is this deity out at the end, and you will see how it connects everywhere. But that's Evolve, what it's about.
I think you made the right decision by writing a non-fiction, because as you said, the reader can experience the journey by itself. Like this character named L, I resonate with him a lot, and as he is moving forward towards his journey, I am also exploring, I am also learning. If you would have told me just straight, okay, follow this or do this, I would have just kept the book aside, because I don't read self-improvement books. Right? I think that's bullshit. So now I can explore myself. That's the most fascinating part.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
Thank you for doing what you have done. So my last question, what is your message to the world?
Once again, getting back to virtues, I think just be kind and grateful. Try to be kind and grateful, not try, because I'm also trying to be kind and grateful. You will miss your path here and there, but get back to it. Be kind, be grateful, be kind, be grateful. That's about. Because we are a part of the infinite. Yeah, we are everything. We don't have to become anything. We are everything. Just try to be kind and grateful. Worry less types. If these two things happen, it's enough.
We'll create a more peaceful world.
Yeah, imagine if you get so much food, you're happy. You get anything, you're happy. You're kind and you're happy. You're kind. What else you need?
Yeah, that's what I think we all are searching for, right? But we are searching in the wrong places. Anyways, so where they can find the book?
We can find the book on Amazon Kindle, on Amazon, all across the world, in Crossword, anywhere. Maybe the book will find you. Maybe you're walking somewhere, it will fall down. So I had a friend who told me that, like,
it will fall down. What do you mean by that? You're walking somewhere, it will fall down.
So he told me, you'll not believe it. I said, what? He said, I was walking in a bookstore and I was like, I wanted a book, and a book fell in front of me, and I saw it was your book.
You need to evolve, bro. Book was saying you need to evolve. It's time.
It's time.
There's a sage, unlike the ones on your Facebook page, who understands that every day is run by sex, greed, and rage. People are blind and a wine in their mind. They see gold in anything that shines. Unclear, confused, we just use, abuse, keep people under our shoes. The rich get richer, life gets bitter, the sick get sicker, letting the world with her. So the kids chants a mantra, enters the yantra, speaks to the gods and masters tantra. Lord Krishna can't come to save us in the Kali Yuga. He encrypts some codes so that the humans can call another dude. This God shines brighter than the sun. He is the one who's gonna become the savior of man. 3 worlds on his hand, where galaxies revolve. Our problem solved, the light God's called, and that is evolve. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and follow, cause this is gonna be a movie tomorrow.